Welcome to Yin-Yang-yoga. Come join me on the mat as we explore and activate Snake Hour Spleen Meridian for the new year of the Fire Horse. Let's begin in Butterfly or Dandasana, where we'll trace the Spleen Meridian, starting at the big toe, running up the inside of the legs, flaring out at the hips, up the rib cage to just under the armpits, down to the bottom of the rib cage. We'll do it one more time, outside of the toe, up the inside of the legs, inside of the thighs, then flare out at the hips, come up the rib cage to just under the armpits and back down to beneath the rib cage. From here, we'll take a deep breath in, hands in prayer, Anjali Mudra, bring them down to the chest. And we're going to go into deer pose. So the left leg is in square in front of us, lined up against the mat. Right leg lined up behind us. And the body isn't going to go perfectly straight, but we're going to lean in the direction it wants to go. A big stretch over to the side. Imagine someone has your hand and wrist and is giving you gentle traction. From here, we're going to do upper body openers. Reaching the right arm behind, and then the hand comes down and is pointing towards the left arm, and then up behind. Bring it down. Deep breath in, it's going to come right up behind, and then exhale out down to the mat. Elbow creases pointed towards each other. Deep breath in, behind, open up the rib cage, and down to the mat. There's pressure going down into the mat, and with all 10 fingerprints pressing down. From here, we're going to open up, and you can put your left hand on your knee or your foot, whatever feels comfortable, into a twist. This practice is honoring the snake hour between 9 a.m. and 11 a.m. and is all about transforming. Deep breath in, exhale it out, and twist the head first. Let the body and the hands follow. We're going to paint the ceiling with our hand as a brush, and we're going to open up the body, open up the upper body, feeling the activation of the legs and coming around to twisted snake. Tense the fingertips to start, or you may be able to press the palm of the hand straight down into the mat. If that's too much of a reach, you can take a towel or bolster to put under the hands to bring the floor up to you. The idea is to find your twisted snake and a full activation of the left side body, the right side body, the inside of the left leg, the inside of the right leg, and basically an excellent posture for the spleen meridian. In traditional Chinese medicine, the spleen meridian is all about the transformation of nutrients into qi energy, alleviating anxiety, alleviating brain fog, and bringing clarity. Take deep breaths here, and you might want to use your ujjayi breath, that slow susurration sound in the back of your throat, and the inhale in, and the longer exhale out. Take one more deep breath in, and as you exhale it out, come around, and we're going to reverse the deer. This is its own counter pose as we put the right leg in square in front of us. The left leg opens up the hip the other direction and is behind. Again, we don't get that perfectly straight, both sit bones on the mat. But from here, we're going to go the way nature intended, over towards the right this time. You might think about someone giving you gentle traction on your wrist and your hands, feeling that stretch. And on this side, we're going to open up the front body, twist behind, bring the hand down to the mat, pointing towards the other hand. Open up and twist back down, elbow creases pointing towards each other. Open up as wide as your wing will go and twist the torso around. This is so good for your mobility. We'll do one more. Opening up and bringing it back around. Press all 10 fingerprints into the mat as you breathe. Exhale it out, and we're going into that twist. Right hand on the left knee, or maybe the right foot, and twist around, giving those internal organs a beautiful massage. Deep breaths here. And as you exhale it out, bring the head around first, keep the twist, and then relax and let it go. We're going to paint the ceiling on this side. Lean back and just allow for a beautiful fluid side body stretch. From here, we're coming around again to twisted snake on the other side. Remember, tent your fingers or put a bolster under your hands if you need to. But the more you practice this, the deeper the stretch will go. Maybe Ujjayi breath with those susurration sounds, and feel the activation of both side bodies. We're going to press the fingerprints down into the mat, elbow creases together, and then start to relax. Relax the feet, thighs, spine. Relax the shoulders, the skin of the face. Relax the neck. Check for any tension in your back, between your shoulder blades. Unclench the butt. No bracing. You're just melting into the posture. Take one more deep breath in, and as you exhale it out, we're going to come all the way around and give those hips some relief by letting them be parallel to each other. Now we're going to activate the legs such that the heels come right up off the mat. Feel that spleen meridian running from the toes all the way up the thighs, flaring at the hips, under the armpits, down to the rib cage. From Dandasana, we're going to come around to comfortable seated posture, Sukhasana. Get yourself situated, and we're going to do some beautiful seated cat-cows just to loosen up the spine, give some mobility to the hips. Around we go and reverse the circle. Already feeling more mobile, more fluid than when we started. Take a deep breath here. And as you exhale it out, we're going to come around to an extended child's pose, a pranam, with the hands pressed into the mat. And up you come into some circular cat-cows. Again, think of the fluidity. As you reverse the circle, going the other way, activating that spleen meridian from the tips of the toes all the way up the legs through the rib cage. Now we're going to walk it on up into Adho Mukha, down face dog, continuing pressure of the big toe into the mat, running up the insides of the thighs, up the spine, along the rib cage, under the armpits. We're dialing the hands out away from each other, allowing the shoulder blades to flatten and smooth over the back. And the toes a little bit in towards each other in a kind of isometric Adho Mukha. Let your bones hold you up and your muscles relax. Take a long, slow, deep breath in, and as you exhale it out, we're just going to walk the legs up towards the hands for a forward fold or dangling. Now there's a couple different ways you can do this, and I want you to find the posture that feels best for you. You can bend your knees and lean forward, arms clasped to your elbows, and just find a comfortable position to hang. Or you can place your hands on the mat or fingertips and give your hamstrings a solid stretch by wrapping your arms around each other, clasping your elbows behind your knees. You decide what feels best for you today, and don't be afraid to experiment, alternate between. The idea is long, slow, deep breaths in dangling or full forward fold, Uttanasana. Deep breaths here as you find your edge, and then relax. Deep breaths in and long, slow exhales out. Slow the heart. On your next exhale out, we're going to walk the hands forward to a flat back variation. Stretching up the legs, relieving the spine, and going back into Adho Mukha for one moment. And then sitting back on the heels, modified hero's pose, we're going to do 3 lion's breaths. Deep breath in, tongue out, eyes to the ceiling, exhale. Deep breath in, tongue out, eyes roll to the ceiling. One more, deep breath in, tongue out, eyes roll to the ceiling, exhale. From here, we'll walk it back into pranam and return to the circular cat-cows. Rolling the spine, rolling the hips, loosening the shoulders, improving our mobility with every time round. Reverse the circle. Make sure both sides are fully activated as we stretch out the upper body. And then toes together, knees wide, into extended child's pose. Breathe. Final deep breath in. And as you exhale it out, you come up to downward facing dog. From here, we'll move the left foot to the center line and lift that right leg up, rotating the hip, flaring the hip out, maybe doing some circles with the ankle one way and the other way, as we bring the leg down into a modified dragon. We're going to start with the right leg straight and a standing Janusasana head to knee pose, stretching that leg out, activating both sides of the Spleen Meridian, and then left knee down into a more traditional dragon, where we rotate the upper body, lifting the right arm up, following it with the eyes, turning the front body, and then back down, placing both hands on the left side, alternating. Left arm up, rotate, bring it down. Right arm up, rotate the chest. Left arm up, rotating the opposite direction. And one more time, right arm up in a wide rotation. Left arm up, and exhale it down. From here, we're coming back into that standing Janusasana. You're going to feel it go a bit deeper as we stretch out the legs, stretching out the hamstrings, exhaling deeply, and back to downward facing dog. We're going to do the same on the other side by bringing the right leg to center, lifting the left leg and rotating that hip in almost a half moon. Circle round the ankle if that feels good, loosening up that leg. And then bringing it forward into that straight-legged dragon for the other side. Giving the Spleen Meridian powerful activation. Deep breath in, and we'll lower the right knee to the mat, bend the left knee into our dragon pose with the upper body rotation. Bring right up to the sky, and then left arm right up to the sky and behind. You can put both hands on the same side of the mat, flare out that left toe if you want. Back and forth with the rotation of the upper body. Yoga for the snake hour. One more twist to the left, and come on back to that standing Janusasana, straightening the left leg, dropping head to knee. Deep breaths here. Always got to smile for when the cat comes in. There's Sinn. Right knee to the ground. We're going to come down to extended child's pose and let everything go. We're going to be here for about a minute. And it is the perfect time to begin or return to Ujjayi breath, the long, slow susurration sounds, the back of the throat. Relax, relax, relax. You can have your toes turned under and sit on your heels. If that becomes too intense, though, put the tops of your feet on the mat and give the ankles and toes some relief. It's up to you. Take one more deep breath in, and as you exhale it out, coming up to all fours, tap out the tops of the feet. And we're going to prep for camel. You can do this with toes tucked under or feet flat on the mat. We're going to come up on our knees. I'm going to have my toes tucked under. The hips push forward, and I'm reaching back to place my hands on the tops of my heels. The head and neck is going to be up to you. A lot of people will drop the head right down. I'm tending to a bit of neck issue, so I'm going to keep my eyes on the sky, or I might even drop my chin to become more parallel with my body, just to keep the neck from hyperextending. Tune into your body and feel what is right for you, surrendering to this pose with one more long, slow, deep breath in. And as you exhale it out, come on up. And back we go to a Vishnu's couch variation, tucking the fingertips under the bum and windshield wipers. Normalize the hips, relax the spine, and activating the meridian endpoints in the tops of our fingertips. Relax the belly, take deep breaths here, and then into Sukhasana, keep your fingertips on the mat as you bend your body forward, and then rock back, mini bridge, bum down, rock forward, bending all the way down as far as you can go without losing that contact with your fingertips. Forehead may reach the mat. And then lean back into mini bridge. And exhaling it all out forward, keeping those fingertips on the mat. We'll do it one more time. Mini bridge. And exhale long and slow. Forward. Forehead pressing into the mat or towards the mat. Deep breath in. And exhale it out down to flat back. Knees up. Get yourself situated and into sleeping possum. Stretching the toes up, stretching the fingers. And we're going to do circles as if flinging water off the toe tips, off the fingertips. Roll one way and then the other. Stretch it on up and relax it down. Relax your wrists, relax your ankles. Make sure you've got a generous bend in the knees so the small of the back lies easily flat into the mat. And we'll just take some deep breaths here, letting the blood drain the other way, letting the body relax. We'll take 3 long, slow, deep breaths here. Sleeping possum. On your final breath out, we're going to draw the toes together. I like to clasp the toes with the toes, and we will roll the spine gently one way. Deep breaths as we reverse the circle. You can keep your knees close to each other. You decide what is going to feel best for you. And then we're going to go into a bound hedgehog. So the insides of the elbow creases are pressed against the knees, the hands clasped together, the toes still clasped together, and isometric on the exhale, we're going to bring the nose up to the knees, and the knees are trying to escape, but the elbow creases are holding them together. It's going to help your pelvis expand as the sit bones move left to right. And we feel this intensifying of the spleen meridian. On this last exhale out, we're going to drop the feet down, stretch out the legs, and get comfortable, full flat back. Arms up over the head, arch the back, exhale it out, spine flush against the mat, and Wiggle-asana. The epicenter is the hips. We're rocking them back and forth, gyrating side to side. Shoulders are loose, the hands are loose, the feet are loose. Everything is letting go. Exhale, exhale it out to stillness. And feel that chi coursing through your body. In the new year of the fire horse, we're going to want these channels open so we can utilize, I'm being utilized as a pillow right now, so we can utilize this energy to the maximum. Find your Savasana, and we can use this time to do a quiet internal reflection, starting at the head, feeling the scalp, the face, the neck relax, wondering if there's any pain or message there, any twitch or concern. Across the shoulders, down to the hands. The torso relaxes. Feel the internal organs melt down into place, all quiet and at ease. The pelvis, the reproductive organs, the thighs, the knees. We're letting everything relax. Down the calves, to the ankles, to the feet, out the tips of the toes. This is your chance to allow the nutrients of the practice transform you. We'll just take a couple more deep breaths here. This beautiful, rejuvenating pose. You can stay here as long as you like, or on your next exhale out, bring the knees up, rolling over onto your side, and return to where it all began, in Sukhasana. Thank you so much for practicing with me and Sinn. Anjali Mudra. I'm so grateful to have you with me today. Namaste.